You know, a lot of people don't realize that Africa wasn't always called Africa. Its ancient name was actually Alkebulan, meaning Mother of Mankind, or Garden of Eden. That's what the people of the land called it before the Europeans arrived and changed the name. And back in biblical times, North Africa and what we now call the Middle East were pretty much one interconnected region, especially through the Sinai Peninsula, which acted like a natural bridge between them. Yeah, they were basically one region for most of ancient history, especially in biblical times. Think about Egypt. In the Bible, it's all over the place, right? Egypt, and even places like Canaan and Israel, were so closely linked. This whole region operated together, and that's why the Bible often mentions these areas side by side, because they were one. But things started to change in the late 1800s. Enter Ferdinand de Lesseps, a French engineer with a vision to divide. In 1869, he completed the Suez Canal, a huge engineering feat. What he did was cut right through the Sinai Peninsula, making a faster trade route between the Mediterranean and Red Sea. It was groundbreaking for global trade. But here's the kicker. It also physically separated North Africa from the Middle East. Before that, they were pretty much one continuous landmass. But with the canal, you had this literal division that created the geographic and political boundaries we know today. Fast forward to after World War II, and those borders became even more defined, especially as colonial powers started pulling out and modern nation-states were forming. That's when the name Middle East was coined. The Suez Canal became a central player in shaping how we see North Africa and the Middle East today. And here's something most people don't realize. In biblical history, the Middle East and North Africa were seen as part of the same region. Egypt, for example, was a powerhouse in biblical narratives, deeply connected to Israel, Canaan, and even places like Ethiopia. These places weren't separated like they are today. They were all part of the same ancient world. So yeah, the Suez Canal didn't just change trade. It changed biblical Alkebulan Africa and how we view the region itself. It redrew the map, and now we think of the Middle East and Africa as two separate things. But back in the day, it was all one interconnected region. So if you love learning about the truth, subscribe to Storytelling God's Love today.